We're going to begin with a presentation of the Distinguished Career School Veteran Award, and Muriel Adler, our president, is going to be making that presentation.
I was just thinking about the very first year that we gave this award, and one of the winners was a woman with 2 special need children. She was a single mom, and when she thanked us for the award, she said it was the first night's sleep that she had had in years because her kids kept her up every night, and this was the first time she had been away from them. And we all went, oh my God. You know, the things that we sometimes take for granted. And she was so grateful because she had done a course that she could work from home and she was going to be able to support these children. We've had many that have made us cry. And when I watch the video, I cry again many times because for many of our students come to school, they do well, they get jobs, but for some people it has been such a long journey and such a difficult journey, and those are the ones that we like to recognize. So let me read this nomination. As a post-secondary institution, Electrical Training Center is blessed to meet hundreds of students that allow us to build wonderful relationships. Jason is an exceptional guy who has demonstrated exceptional humility as a person and discipline as a student. Mr. Jason Beaker, known as BM1 Beaker of Petty Officer First Class Beaker, followed in the footsteps of his grandfather and father by signing up for the United States Coast Guard. Married in July 2012, Jason started a family while serving and welcoming 2 beautiful children into the world. His job in the Coast Guard was search and rescue and law enforcement. While active duty, Mr. Beaker came to meet ETC in March for a tour and interviewed to start his enrollment proactively for the August start date. Mr. Beaker started electrical training program on August 7, 2017, and graduated on January 25, 2018. He achieved a 4.0 GPA and throughout the program with a 98% attendance, an incredible record. And I lost my place. From the moment Mr. Beaker walked through the doors of the Electrical Training Center, he applied his skills that he acquired in the service, which was respect, hard work, leadership, and integrity. First, when it came to instruction, he excelled. Being at the top of the class, he was able to assist other students with his grasp of his knowledge. In addition to the instructor, Mr. Beaker assisted with keeping the class focused and everyone on track to achieve the objectives of becoming an electrician. His craftsmanship was exceptional, his attention to detail unbelievable. His respect for the school faculty and staff and students was transmitted through the action on a daily basis. He was hired at the town of Babylon upon graduation, landing a career that will ensure his success throughout his life. Mr. Beaker's work ethic, love of life, and respect are unrivaled, and his success is a testament to that. Mr. Beaker, please come up and receive your award. Congratulations.
That's beautiful.
Is your wife with you? Call her up. Oh, absolutely.
Wait, Sharon.
We know he didn't do it alone.
Sal.
Hurry up, Sal. Hurry up.
They put the whole school out.
Must be a lot of money today.
Yeah, I see that.
Did you get it?
Keep them there. Happy birthday. doesn't get a hat, but the school on behalf of the coalition, because of its award winner, is presented with a special congratulations certificate, which they can nicely frame in the school somewhere.
Okay.
That's nice.
Got it. Okay, would you like to say a few words?
Of course. Why not? All right, first off, I'd like to say thank you to the coalition for accepting my nomination and making me the Veteran Graduate of the Year. It's such an honor for me to be a part of that. And I'd like to thank my wife because being a military spouse is probably the hardest job in this country. So thank you. I'd also like to thank the Electrical Training Center. I mean, their staff is phenomenal. Mr. Farrar, you opened your doors to me, and it was the best thing that I could have did, taking the leap of faith, getting out of the military. I mean, it was the best thing I could have done. So thank you very much. I just want to say I want to thank all the schools, and you know, you said that you changed high school kids' lives by doing this. We also changed veterans' lives. You know, we're coming out of a service for the country, and we go to school, and you know, we need you guys to step up and help us out too. You know, it's tough coming out of the service. It's different. You know, it's hard to acclimate back to civilian life. So I want to thank all of you for doing everything you're doing for high school kids and us.
Thank you. Congratulations.
And thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. We applaud that as well as this accomplishment. Okay. And now, our second award winner for Distinguished Career School Graduate Award. And the date of graduation on this one is particularly significant because this is an individual who graduated March 18th, 2011. So this is someone who has now had several years to build on the training experience that he had acquired. So let's go on from here. All right. Joan Avila believed that to change his life for the better, it was all about picking a destination and taking one step at a time to achieve his dreams. If Johan wanted to accomplish his goal to become an engineer, he knew he would have to be disciplined, structured, and focused on getting the right career education and hands-on experience. The son of immigrant parents from Colombia, Johan's father had slept on the subway trains until he had saved enough money to rent a one-bedroom apartment to provide his wife and two small children a modest home in America. The first in his family to get a formal education, Johan graduated from the Manhattan International High School in 2010. It was then that Johan realized that planning his career was a great start, but taking action was the next important step. Well, he had been awarded a scholarship to Monroe College to play soccer for their 2010 NJCAA Division I Regional Championship team. Johan decided to research refrigeration and air conditioning schools in New York City. One school stood out to him, and Johan decided to tour the school and met with the director of the Refrigeration Institute, who we know as Frank Talty. Johan discussed his aspiration to become an engineer, to develop his mechanical skills and build a better life for him and his family. After speaking with Mr. Talty, Johan realized that training for his career at the cool school would ultimately help him achieve the success to which he aspired. Never afraid of the pursuit of his dream, Johan gave up his soccer scholarship and signed up instead for the 450-hour refrigeration and air conditioning course at the Refrigeration Institute. With some financial help from his parents, Johan applied his strong work ethic to that 7-month course where he had a perfect attendance record and was an honor student. He then moved on to the 225-hour advanced course to assist him in obtaining his refrigeration system operating engineer's license. While working during peak HVAC season for PG Heating and Cooling in Astoria, Johan returned to his academic studies by attending LaGuardia Community College, where he obtained an associate's degree in applied science and mechanical engineering in 2014, thus becoming the first in his family to graduate college. Johan then went on to Binghamton University and earned his Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Knowing the importance of unity and giving back to the community and his fellow students, Johan was vice president of the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers for 3 years. He coordinated STEM workshops for high school students to encourage them to pursue STEM majors in college. Johan developed fundraising ideas to support the Society's charitable work, and he was an advisor for developing innovative projects in robotics and sustainable engineering. Johan also shared his love of soccer by being a volunteer assistant coach to the Olympic Development Program in New York. He taught children the rules and regulations of the sport, ran them through drills, and acted as treasurer by assisting with fundraising tournaments and birthday parties. During summer breaks from 2013 through 2016, he supported himself by working at Killowen Construction, where he advanced from laborer to assistant foreman. Since his graduation from Binghamton in 2017, he's been working at Turner Construction Company as an assistant engineer, mapping out new mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems. He is currently part of the team working on the Manhattan West, a 7 million square foot construction project on 9th Avenue in Manhattan. Johan believes that because he had a definite career goal in life, it has led to his academic success, built his personal growth, and improved the economic opportunities for himself and his family, including his high school sweetheart, Anna Margarita, who has recently become his new wife. Johan hopes someday to be able to pass along his hard-won knowledge and share it with others who hope to develop their skills in the refrigeration and air conditioning industry, and it all began at the cool school, the Refrigeration Institute. Johan, come on forward. On behalf of the Coalition of New York State Career Schools, it is my honor to present this award to you this evening. Muriel, come on forward. Please join in this presentation. And if we may have the Refrigeration Institute team, Patricia, come on forward. You can also bring Frank, that's okay, because we know where the real work is done. So Patricia, please come forward. Frank, come forward. And it's also an honor to present this award to the Refrigeration Institute to be hung proudly in the hallway as well. Thank you so much, Frank. Thank you, Johan. Congratulations. Here you go. The mic is yours.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. Thank you for the coalition for this award. Once Frank called me and he told me he wanted to, possibly nominate me for this, I couldn't believe it. A lot of you might ask, why would you give up a soccer scholarship to Monroe College? That's crazy, right? But the thing is, when you find your passion and you know what you really want to do, and I found that I wanted to work with my hands and learn from every little detail that I could in engineering, that's what I really wanted my passion to be. And I decided to look into the Refrigeration Institute. And the first day I walked in, all I hear is Frank screaming, pressure, temperature, enthalpy. And I'm like, man, this guy is crazy. And then once you sit down one-on-one with Frank, you're like, man, this guy's crazy. But I like him. And then you meet Patricia, and that's when you really see what's going on in the Refrigeration Institute, the cool school. The family working together and bringing people forward. Some people that don't have opportunities or don't know where to go or where to start, where to take that first foot. And that first foot was the Refrigeration Institute, thanks to Patricia and Frank Talty, who I said I wanted to be like Frank one day. I'm working on it. So thank you, Frank.